Detroit, and you know what that means. Detroit media icon Ryan Ermanni, University of Michigan great Braylon Edwards, and of course, Maz are about to take over on Woodward Sports. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m., it's the best Detroit sports talk on Detroit's best sports network, Woodward Sports.
What?
And welcome to the Ermanni and Edwards show with Maz right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Are you getting an echo over there?
Yeah,
KG?
I am getting an echo.
What's going on with that?
Rocky Road.
I have no.
Yeah? No, now we're back. Nope.
There it
Yep,
is.
now we're good.
I think
Yeah, I can hear myself. We're good.
No echo? Let's
No,
rock.
no echo. Let's do this. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, without Ermanni and Edwards and Maz right here on Woodward Sports. My name is Stick filling in. That, of course, is Anson Wells, and we got KG doing everything.
Yeah.
Just everything. Last day of the year, why not wear every single hat you can?
Yeah, of course, especially for the black man. So shout out, no extra pay. You know, I'm just here just off the strength. So.
Yeah, talking to the mic, black man.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. There it is. And you wonder why. You wonder why.
yeah.
Right? We're getting what we paid for, right, KG?
Hey, I'm doing it just off the strength, man. Just because I just like y'all. So I guess, man. So it is what it is.
We love having you aboard, man.
Hey,
And,
appreciate it.
Hopefully
Truth.
you've had a good year here, too, at Woodward Sports.
Oh, amazing year.
Last night, let's talk about it. I mean, the Michigan game's on right now. It's at halftime. We're going to touch on that. Anson, I wanted to do a Michigan watch party with you. You're okay to do that the rest of the second half?
Hey, yeah, I mean, I listened to it on the drive in, to be honest with you.
Him and Neil is sick today.
Wait, Neil? I thought Neil was a Michigan guy.
No,
he's not.
No.
Man, I just fell a little bit more in love with
Not
Neil.
even close, but yeah. No, Neil, we love Neil.
I mean, from the little bit I heard on the way in, Alabama came out in the rain and basically treated it like they were playing in a blizzard.
Yeah, that first quarter was atrocious. I don't want to say I've never seen nothing like it, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, so I believe 4 turnovers for Alabama,
Yeah,
all
like
of which turned
in
into
5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
it was nuts.
And
but
and the Wolverines scored on all of them, so they're up 16-10.
yeah, they came back, put 10 up.
Yeah,
but
they put 10 up in the last 6-7 minutes of that game.
Yep.
Big, about 50-yard run by Jalen Milroe to get them into a position to be able to get that final field goal. So should be a good second half for all the Michigan and Roll Tide fans out there.
Meaningless bowl games are still weird to me for me to adjust to. Like Michigan Alabama should be a premier matchup in a great bowl game. Instead, it's this throwaway bowl that I mean, Michigan people care, Alabama people care. They're gonna say they don't if they lose, but they care. They care.
I mean,
about
I
this
care
game.
because I want Michigan to lose. I want that to be the narrative all summer.
Why do you want them to lose?
Because I cannot stand
get him. Why
their
you asking that?
program. You guys know this.
Don't get him started, please.
You guys know this.
The Empire
I mean, if
and all
they
that,
win,
all the BS.
If that's right, man. They're
Yeah.
building Death Stars, bro.
Yeah.
Building Death Stars.
Your Star Wars comparison to college sports.
Well, then let's get back to the game that didn't really matter.
The real
but
Empire.
it mattered. And honestly, going and watching all the highlights last night when I got home, watching a little bit of the game when I got up this morning.
Watching highlights when I came in, you were.
I was. There's just so much fun stuff to take out of what happened last night with the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. And, you know, Baldinger did a great job of breaking down a video of just the different types of lineups that they were using, shifting 2 linemen from the right side to the left side. The spacing between the tackle and the guard were, like, huge, so that way Penei Sewell could pull around the line of scrimmage. There's just so many intricacies to this offense that when you're watching the game in real time, like, you see it working, but then when you break it down, run it in slow-mo, and you really see just the efficiency of how this offense works together. I mean, there was a play last night. I didn't even realize it, but then I watched today. They ran a fake reverse to Penei Sewell. A fake reverse to your tackle. And you got to take it serious and account for them because they've used them this year. So just Ben Johnson last night. I said my MVP of the game was Jared Goff, but it's got to be Ben Johnson just for making that game so much fun to watch and in front of a national audience. You got people like Annie Agar, who's one of my favorite, sports commentators and entertainment people. She's a huge Packers fan, but she's tweeting out, "Hey, these guys are fun to watch. Why are these guys so fun to watch?" And it's a team that you want to hate them, but you can't. They're just so, like, the hook and lateral to J-Mo, and then J-Mo and Amon-Ra talking about it afterwards, it's just they're having fun. They're balling.
Yeah, I do not envy the opposition's film team. Because these guys, every single team's got one. You go in and you break down the film from the week before, you present it to the coaches, and then they sit down with their different, position rooms. But what you're seeing out of this team, there's so much shifting and so much camouflage of what they're doing. And it's not just the offensive, the playmakers that they're moving around. They're moving around. I mean, the stuff that you showed me when we came in on Baldy's breakdown, you're seeing these huge gaps in the offensive line. You're seeing 2 offensive linemen get shifted to the other side like 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, listen, it's not just 5 guys that can touch the ball. Literally every single guy on our offense, even the center, might get the ball. And so when you're trying to prepare for something like that and you're breaking down film and then you think you got Amon-Ra St. Brown dead to rights, and next thing you know, he's laddering. I just don't know how an opposing defensive coordinator sleeps before they play the Lions.
And I forget who brought that up in the chat yesterday. Because we were going back and forth. Should they start? Should they rest? All that stuff. And they brought up a great point that no matter what you do, Ben Johnson's going to be running smoke screens, putting things on paper for Minnesota to have to consider all week long. And watching that game last night, how do you gear up your defense to do that? How do you say don't over pursue on a hook route from Amon-Ra St. Brown because they could lateral it, and next thing and you know what the next evolution is? The fake lateral. Now they go cover him, and Amon-Ra keeps it and goes back this way. Or they run the double cross, have a fake lateral here, pitch it back. That's what I love about Ben Johnson and just this offense and the creativity. He uses these tools, and we talked about it yesterday. Just going to Jared Goff and actually asking him to fumble the ball 2 weeks ago just shows the insanity of this man, and he is willing to do whatever it takes to throw the defense off kilter.
Yeah, and if there's been any criticism of Ben's play calling is, why are you showing these plays?
But you show them for the counter.
Well, and that's the deal. It's the same as when you run the ball and you establish that run so you can work into the play action. But he's playing chess while the rest of these guys are playing checkers. And if you think that you've seen his bag, you haven't. Because what he's going to roll out in these playoffs, if you think this is exciting football now, just wait.
And it's funny you bring that up because I was actually thinking that yesterday, not on the offensive side, though, but the defensive side. Aaron Glenn has played very vanilla defense all year long, right? We've all complained about it. Hey, why don't they blitz more? You're only bringing 4. It's boring man-to-man coverage. You're getting burnt between the 20s, yada, yada, yada. And then you see little glimmers of it like yesterday. All of a sudden, Branch shoots off on that safety blitz that we haven't seen since the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And you thought that was just going to be a consistent part of the defense because of how effective it was against Baker Mayfield. You didn't see any of that. So I'm not saying they've played possum all year long, but I do think Aaron Glenn is holding back in some capacities for big games.
Well, our buddy Biggins, our resident conspiracy theorist, he sent me something last night that on the surface seems absolutely preposterous. The more and more you think about it, maybe it's not. So, no punch yesterday, right?
Nope.
And we know that we're going to see the Vikings next week. So he feels that AG basically let them kind of get deep and get open. And then in that second half, especially the fourth quarter,
baited them.
Something kind of changed. And so if that's true, and Biggins is onto something here, whatever tape those guys are breaking down in Minnesota right now, it's for a defense they're not even going to see.
And that's the beauty of it, right? It's not the offense they're going to see, and it's also not the defense they're going to see. It's really awesome how this team is almost like a chameleon and can do whatever they need to do to get the job done. Mm-hmm. And like Dan Campbell said, you chop off a leg, well, now they're chameleons. The leg's growing back. Like that's what's happening. They're starting to get healthy. I think you were right yesterday about the momentum of winning that game. I do feel a lot better today, but I don't know which is better motivation, anger, or happiness. You know what I mean? Like they feel.
I think confidence trumps everything.
You think confidence trumps anger?
I think it trumps everything.
Everything. Okay. Because I do feel lighter today than if they would have lost. Like, I know we
Yeah,
would have had
sure.
to talk half the fan base off the
Oh,
ledge.
bro, the sky would be falling.
I
The
know.
Chicken Little episode.
Yeah, and honestly, it did. And that would have been the frustrating part to me because yesterday didn't change anything in regards to what we got to do on Sunday, right? So people that were all gung-ho about it, that's where I was just kind of cautious about it. But when it's all said and done, the W's in the bag, you got to see the boys celebrate. You got to see them do their end zone dances. You saw Terrion Arnold bitch slap Jennings. That was amazing to watch.
Fox too.
You just feel better. You just feel better, don't you, KG? You feel
No,
good.
you do. Fox too, though. But y'all was on my head yesterday.
Bitch is fine.
Oh,
You
bitch
say-
is fine?
You can say bitch.
Okay, bitch.
It's a female dog. Yeah, female dog.
Yeah, you can say bitch.
All right, cool.
I mean, we don't want to abuse it, but you can say that. It's
bitch. No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
Listen, this
the
team.
F word, the S word.
Okay,
You can say ass, pause, and you can say whole, pause, but
Oh.
you can't say them together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
FCC, man.
It's
at its
wild.
finest.
Yeah, it's wild.
So we have talked about, I mean, ad nauseum, and it's a good thing, about the culture of this team and how that was the biggest hurdle to overcome for a new regime, and they have done that in spades. So that culture, to me, has been based on supreme confidence. And so I understood your take yesterday in regards to, hey, it all comes down to this Sunday,
Yeah.
not last night. But that flies in the face of everything that this team is about. They are about handling business every single week. They are a supremely confident team. I mean, I've never seen a team so confident that has never won anything, you know? And these guys, they weren't going to stray from that. They wanted that W. They wanted that retribution in the Bay Area. And now there's nothing that the fan base or anybody else nationally can talk about all week long except for how good we looked on Monday Night Football and the pain that the Vikings are going to go through on Sunday here at Ford Field.
Yeah, I thought actually Bill Belichick had a great conversation about this, and he was talking to Jim Harbaugh about resting players, and they both agreed with Dan Campbell and what he was doing. He's like, what are you going to do? Rest? You can only rest 7 guys if
Right.
you're going to rest starters, right? You can only rest 7 guys because of how many you dress. And what type of message does that send to a team? Hey, you 7 go over there, but you guys, though, we need you to put your life on the line for us. Those guys are going to be special for this game, but next week, we're all going to be a team again. And they talked about like that psyche, delivering that type of message to your team. And that was Dan Campbell. Hey, we came out here. We flew everybody out here. Why not play some football? And that's exactly what they did last night. Everyone's worst nightmare in the chat. Amon-Ra St. Brown taking off his belt celebration was fire. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved that celebration. I thought maybe they'd get flagged for that because it's a little aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little aggressive, but they took belt to ass last night, and you could tell they felt a little bit of retribution.
Oh, yeah. And we were all thirsting for that. They weren't the only ones with that date circled on their calendar. This fan base was too, because our hearts were ripped out collectively last year in the Bay Area. And now we can put that chapter to rest. They did look good yesterday, but it wasn't maybe the era-ending beatdown that I was asking for, what we saw in Dallas, but it still was the emphasis, the rubber stamp on the NFC. This is the new team of the NFC going forward.
Well, they got to prove it again on Sunday night if they really want to make that declaration, and that's the bottom line. And that's the bottom line. That's what I was focused on yesterday. But overall, fun game to watch, man. Hayes Social was absolutely packed in Shelby Township, 21 Mile and Hayes. If you want to come out on Monday night or on Sunday night to watch that Sunday night football,
It's going to be an event.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
It's outside of a playoff game, it's the biggest you can get, right?
Yeah.
Of 2 14-win teams. Like, did you see Dan Campbell talking about it on the post-game show? Dude is giddy.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about him. Like, I think there's a little bit of underplaying it, like ho-hum, we're just happy to be here. Underneath, he knows we need to
He know what
we
time
need to
it
do
is.
what we need to do. Right. But it's just, I love the way he looks at things, and I love the way he presents them to his team. Like, listen, guys, this is a fairy tale. 14-2 versus 14-2, number 1 seed, bye week on the line. Like, what more do you ask for? And he's right. This is the football version of, when you're practicing in the backyard. All right, 3, 2, 1, you shoot the shot. Like, this is that version. Everything's on the line. One game to give you the division championship, to give you the conference regular season championship, and a bye week. What more do you want?
Man, when I was a kid, it was always Isaiah over Jordan with 3, 2, 1. Who'd you play? Who were you in your head?
Rodman.
Rodman?
That was always
Oh, I love that.
Rodman.
That number 1, baby.
Yeah, I never really loved the stars. I've always loved the dirty work guys.
Love
I've
that.
always been a
course.
Lambeer, a Rodman. You know, I always loved Junkyard Dog when he was here. Those are the guys.
JYD.
Jerry Ball back in the day. Chris Spielman's one of my all-time favorites. Just the nasty dudes. Those are the guys I emulate because I'm not the most athletically gifted guy in the world. So I had to if I was playing sports, it had to be on to lack of a better term, grit and toughness.
Hey.
And getting in your opponent's
Detroit
head, and
style.
making them do less with more. That was always my strategy. I'm gonna piss off this guy, so he's more focused on me than scoring the ball.
Yep.
And I'm pretty good at pissing people off.
Yeah, we know. Are you good at doing breaks? Because we should take a break right now.
All right, what kind of break you want?
All right, we can go to Les Stanford.
Hey,
Les
we can do
Stanford.
that.
Go ahead.
These guys have been doing it for decades, and it is time. Winter's coming. If you need to get a new car, these are the guys to call. Get on that QR code right above my head and take a look at their amazing inventory. They got some awesome holiday deals still. That Blazer EV2 LT with all-wheel drive for only $149 a month, or the Equinox EV LT for only $169 per month. But don't forget, they also got Cadillac, Buick, and GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale, lesstanford.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports fans, don't miss out on our expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. He joins us each Tuesday on Big D Energy, as well as Thursdays during this show, Ermanni and Edwards. And you know what's been beautiful for the last 2 weeks?
No injuries.
No new injuries to talk about. That's right. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or give them a call at 248-426-9944.
And welcome back to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Ryan Ermanni or Braylon Edwards, whichever one you decide. That's okay.
Right.
That is Anson, and of course KG is in here doing double
Filling in
duty.
for everybody.
Yep.
Everybody.
Everybody. It's pretty light around here.
It is.
Too light.
Anybody else working today? Like you said, the roads weren't busy, but people were driving like morons.
Man.
Yeah. It's good old Michigan. You know they're going to drive like idiots.
Are you guys doing anything tonight for New Year's Eve? What you got going on? KG, I know you and the wifey.
Going to Lansing, yeah.
You going to Lansing?
Yeah. She got some friends out there. We doing like a triple date type thing. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Going out?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Oh, no, we're going to her friend's house.
Okay.
And we're festivities, board games, you know the whole.
It's a great area.
What type of board games
You
be
know,
playing?
we get like the little cards where you ask a question. My wife, she goes to Target, she finds a new card game. Oh, we can do this. So whatever it is she picked is what we playing.
Those
So,
are fun
Smart man.
nights, though, right?
Yeah.
Card nights with your wifey are fun nights.
like the last one we did was called Hot Takes, and it's just like a whole bunch of crazy takes on and you got to go around and get everybody's answer to the question. It's pretty dope, but we do shit like that. So
That's fun.
Can't say that.
Sorry about that.
It's so hard
You know-
to differentiate the cuss word now. I'm talking.
I mean, man, for like 20 straight years, I was throwing a party every single New
Right.
Year's. Didn't last year. Didn't go out last year. Spent it with my dog. It was pretty fantastic. And
That's my
I am
dog.
50-50 right now, hanging with the dog or catching an EDM show.
Well, Spenny and the boys are heading up to Hayes Social. They got about a group of 15,
nice.
20 of them.
Shout
so,
out.
You got
They
a little
finna
something
tear it
going on
down.
tonight, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a New Year's Eve
Will
party
you be
going
there?
on. I will not be there this
okay.
evening. Did not go last year either, so it's weird. You buy a bar, won't be there for New Year's Eve 2 in a row. But last year I was going to leave a pregnant wife at home. You don't do that on New Year's Eve. That's a dumb move. And then this year you don't leave, your wife home with an 11-month-old.
Your first year,
You're right. It's
married.
first
Year's
New Year
married,
with the
man.
baby. So
you
you
guys
don't-
got to teach the kids how to bang some pots and pans, bro.
Yeah, you don't go away from that. So it's a family New Year's Eve
Yeah,
at the
that's
Stick
great.
household,
That
and
sounds
the
fun.
kids will be in bed by about 8:30. And
You're not waking them up to bang pots and pans at midnight?
No, I'm not disrupting their sleep pattern. No. Bro, there's rules to this game, Anson.
Yeah, man. He gonna learn.
I don't know what my parents were doing because I was up. I was up at midnight at like 7, 8 years old, man. Pots and pans banging. That is some good times.
Yeah, so Happy New Year, 2025 coming in. And Anson, I know you got kind of a little list you made up
We
of your top. Are you doing top 5? Your top 5
you know
moments, or you
what?
just
I
want to
ex-
start the discussion of top sports moments?
Well, I'm
are we
gonna-
doing Detroit only, or are we doing?
I'm going to run through USA Today's top 10. All right?
Okay.
And I don't agree with a lot of them, but we'll start off at number 10, and that is the Chiefs repeating as Super Bowl champions.
Wah,
First
wah,
time that's
wah.
happened in over 2 decades.
Yeah, boring game.
Boring.
Nobody was like, honestly, that game after the Lions lost in the NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl viewing.
You gotta.
Yeah,
if you bump into it, it'll buzz.
Yeah, the Super Bowl viewing.
I don't think
is-
it's from there. I think it's from where you plug it in at. Pause.
Yeah, you're stepping on it, like the footrest.
This guy here.
All right, it's not
Yeah.
buzzing anymore. So
There you go.
How, Chuck.
Yep.
Yep.
Now I got
Hey,
you.
there we
D-Mac
go.
Go-
does
go
it
ahead.
18
So let's
times
just
a
skip
episode.
past
Oh
the
yeah, it's
Chiefs.
because he's. Yeah.
Remember we used to stand? We used to just
I
stand
just don't
up
understand why you don't move the damn thing.
here. Because I like my feet up on this.
Yeah, but you don't put the footstool on the court.
Show before
we're
New
learning,
Year's.
aren't
No,
we?
yeah. You know what type of show this is. It's the mail it in
anyway-
All right,
hour.
start again.
All right, Chiefs getting a freebie because the Lions weren't there in the Super Bowl to go
Yep.
back to back.
Nobody in Metro Detroit enjoyed that Super Bowl last year.
Not at all.
It was really an awkward, just quiet vibe at the bar watching the Super Bowl. Nobody cared.
I watched the last
Nobody
2
wanted anybody to win.
possessions.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch it. So now number 9 for me, I actually agree because it was a highly embarrassing moment that actually has a little bit of conspiracy theory behind it, and that is Rachel Reagan Gunn, the breakdancer from
Oh,
Australia.
God.
Basically,
That was a top 10 moment.
it's USA Today. Come on.
Okay.
It's not the Woodward top 10, but I think they got rid of it because of her performance. Is that true? They got rid of breakdancing, right?
I don't know specifically because of her performance, but it should have never been an Olympic sport. Breakdancing's not a sport; it's an activity.
It could be a sport.
Just because it's a physical thing doesn't make it's Pilates gonna be.
I mean,
yoga.
tell that to the people in Stomp the Yard.
I'll tell them. I'll tell them
that
right
to the
their
people
face.
in
Nick Cannon. It's not a
Right.
sport.
Hey,
Jessica Alba.
Tell that to
it's
the
not
people
a
you
sport.
got served.
Yeah, it's not I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny, but breakdancing is not like a global thing, right?
well, I don't know. I mean,
Listen, there's culture vultures all over the globe, yes, but breakdancing isn't like.
Yeah, the major's
How many
pretty good. I
schools
don't
for
know.
breakdancing are there in Poland?
Bro, I lived in Budapest in 2000, and we used to hang out at the Arpad Bridge, and there was like 20 beat boys or break boys, whatever they call them.
And how many people live in Budapest?
A lot.
And 20 of them decided to break dance. That was it. That was the
All
scene.
right, so, but wait a second. What about rhythmic gymnastics? These girls running around with a ribbon. What's different?
That's been a part of the Olympics since before we were born. I mean, that's grandfathered in as stupidity.
All right,
Grandfather did.
So the next one I'm going to skip. We're going to come back because it does have to do with one of our teams here in Michigan. Number 7 was Simone Biles, she basically cemented herself with 4 medals as the greatest gymnastics artist of all time.
And can wear them jeans.
Oh yeah, big facts.
Who's her boyfriend?
Jonathan Owens on the
That's right.
Chicago Bears.
Okay. Yeah.
The
They let
safety.
him go and see that. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, the big one here at 6, which to me should probably be number 1. And number 1 is the Freddie Freeman walk-off. So I'm just going to flop them here. And that's the 50-50 by Ohtani. This is a guy that is from another country.
Oh, I forgot about that.
From Japan. This guy has come into the MLB and is doing stuff that nobody's seen since Babe Ruth.
Special.
One of the a top 20 pitcher when he pitches. Obviously, he didn't pitch this year. He got to focus on batting, and oh boy, did he ever. Doing something that nobody had ever done before with 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. Oh, and he did it in the same damn game.
He did.
All right.
All right, that's it. All right, so
You got 4 minutes.
I'm waiting to hear something relevant to this city.
number 5, the Curry 3 in the Olympics.
Yeah, you ain't going to hear a
Number
lot of
4,
Detroit.
Noah Lyles. World champions of what?
I don't know.
He kind of went
That was
50-50,
stupid.
kind of embarrassed himself, but still walked away with some gold. Caitlin Clark, the great
Here we go.
polarizing.
Now we're talking
Now
about
we
American
talking.
greatness. We found the sweet spot, KG.
Oh, my
Give her
God.
love, KG.
I
Tell me
never
about
hated
how
on her.
much you love her.
I've never hated her. So shout out to her, man. it's y'all that support her that worry me, but shout out to her.
Number 2 is Reese having her own cereal.
Yeah.
Angel Reese?
Reese's Puffs.
No, it's the Florida Panthers winning their first Stanley Cup, but I just thought we should bring up the great Twitter videos we've seen of everybody missing the
bowl.
basket,
Yeah.
missing the bowl with
Here
those
you go.
Reese's Puffs. But we'll rewind, and number 8 was our very own University of Michigan Wolverines winning their first national championship in football since
What?
1997.
Ansett giving them credit?
What?
Hey, whether you put
I'm
an
waiting for him to
asterisk
say
next
it.
to
I
it
was
or
going to say, I'm
not,
waiting for him to say asterisk.
whether you want to put
He
one up
came through.
next to
He
it or
came
not,
through.
hey, whether you want to put it up there or not, the fact of the matter
Yeah.
is these guys hung a banner, and that really kind of was this launching point for this. Really the greatest year that we've had in Detroit sports in over 15 years. And you and I have been talking about this for a couple of years now. Might have happened a year later than we had hoped, but all of our teams are truly headed in the right direction. U of M, obviously, with the national championship to start 2024 off. You get Trajan Langdon comes in, gets rid of Monty, brings in JB Bickerstaff. We've got a whole brand new look Pistons team, a team that we can finally watch, as we talked about yesterday. Obviously, the Wings just fired their coach and have been looking really good this week, playing like
What's
a
the next
different
one on
team.
the list?
This is all of us. The Lions'
got 2
record
minutes.
season, and of course, the Tigers' improbable run. As a whole, you have to be so excited about Michigan sports in the 20s,
In the 20s.
the 2020s.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Especially the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking back of strictly Detroit top 5. You got to go with Michigan. That's part of it. You got to go with the Tigers run. That's definitely part of
Absolutely.
it. The Lions winning 2 home playoff games, getting rid of Matthew Stafford. That was definitely part of it. What other would you put up there for Detroit stuff?
I mean, y'all pretty much hit the nail on the head. Did we say the Lions NFC champion? That was last year, though, technically. But
Yeah. No, I mean, the playoff wins were this year.
yeah.
The playoff wins were in January.
Lions'
this
first
year.
playoff wins.
Yeah, so you
in
got the
God
2
knows
playoff
how
wins.
long.
You got Michigan, Tigers. Outside of that, though, nothing for the Red Wings. I mean, they had a fun little run at the end of the season last year, but really
Right.
nothing to write home about.
Yeah, that's about it.
Pistons, you want to forget last year. Like, you just want to pretend this year never happened for the Detroit Pistons.
DCFC, I mean, they made it to the playoff, but got shut out.
DCFC, got to show them love for
Yeah,
doing their thing.
shout out. I was there.
What team are you lowest on of the 4 here?
Here?
Is it the Red Wings?
That's
Probably
it's
now.
Gotta be the question.
If going into this season, it would have had to probably been the Pistons.
Sure, certainly.
But now it's the Red Wings by far. I mean, Pistons actually
I'm
look
gonna
like
put
a
that in the
competitive.
poll. That's a solid question.
Yeah,
So,
that is. Who are you most? Who do you think there is going to have the worst season? Remember when we used to say who's going to win a championship next, and the Lions were always last on that list.
Yo, yeah.
Now they're
All right,
not
so-
anymore,
So
buddy.
who's second to win a championship after this Super Bowl win for the Lions this year?
I mean, just off the argument that the the Tigers were in the playoffs.
Yeah, I understand
Like, just,
that, but the
like,
way ownership, like,
it's got to go Lions because they've gone just by what they've accomplished. Lions went further in the playoffs. Tigers won a playoff round. Pistons are now at least in contention of making the playoffs. Red Wings are across Woodward over there doing whatever the hell they want to do.
With ownership doing the money ball strategy, we'll never make it to the World Series, bro. I'm sorry.
You don't think so?
No, they gotta buy some players.
The one thing about them is they are in a position where obviously they have the money and they should be spending it. What I'm most excited about the Tigers is a farm system, a top 5 farm system. We've never had a farm system in my lifetime as good as the one that we have right now. The majority of the guys doing it for the Tigers this last year are all under 25. So the future's bright. The future's bright for the Tigers.
I got another one. Orchard Lake St. Mary's winning the state
Shout
title in football and basketball.
Oh,
Trey
wow.
McKinney
I
being
didn't know
announced.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them.
Football, basketball,
That's
and
awesome.
golf, I believe.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and Trey McKinney winning Mr. Basketball in his junior year, now committed to Michigan. So Trey McKinney's going to be going there. Allen Robinson, Orchard Lake St. Mary's Allen Robinson had a catch yesterday.
Shout
A
out.
big catch in the game. And we're going to talk more about the Lions coming up next. But KG, what we got to do right now?
I got to tell them about the Woodward Sports pregame show, man.
Tell them about
it. You know it's going down live at not Hayes, but Second Best Bar, 42 Watson Street, downtown Detroit. Y'all know what it is, man. This game is for the 1 seed in the home playoffs. Join us at Detroit's very own Second Best Bar. Enjoy smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. Shout out to them, one of our great sponsors, while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show only at Second Best Bar. Come get some. Pause.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
And listen, y'all, New Holland Brewing Company, another one of our great sponsors, is here to tell you about their great drink, the Tangerine Space Machine. It's the easy drinking IPA with out of this world flavor, smooth and juicy pause with a refreshing crushability. Take your taste buds to the moon with Tangerine Space Machine, the official beer of outer space, and brew right here in the great state of Michigan. We're back in my Pete voice.
Yeah,
We're
Ermanni
back.
and Edwards with Maz right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Michigan up 16-10 over number 11,
Let's
Alabama.
go Blue, baby.
End of the third quarter, so
Go
we're going to
Blue.
be going into the fourth with the lead. Hold up the four fingers, KG. Hold up the like the four fingers thing is cool, but when every team does it, it really loses what the hell. Like not
Yeah.
every team's dominating the fourth quarter.
True, but
Oh, is that what that means?
it's just a football
Time to
thing.
play.
No, yeah.
You never knew about that?
It's a
did not.
football thing.
Yeah, State fans, they wouldn't know about finishing.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. He
Depends
might
on
not
what
know
we're talking about
finishing.
finishing.
Michigan and Alabama going on the Relia Quest, whatever the hell bowl.
Somebody's bowl.
Somebody's bowl.
Davis Warren did just throw a pick,
Yep.
so Bama will have the ball, I believe, in Michigan territory to start the fourth.
Like about the
Just start the
35-yard
fourth.
line. Bryce Underwood went down there and practiced with them this week in Tampa. And he looked pretty damn good, but that's what you expected out of Bryce Underwood. I was lucky enough to call a couple of his games at Brighton.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, dude. Like I do color commentary for a lot of high school football games from all over the state, like from the West Side, and I've done it for the past 4 years, and I've followed high school football for a long time, and this kid is special.
Yeah.
Like, just different. And you hear it all the time. Oh, this kid's going to, Dante Moore down at King. It's like, Dante Moore is going to be next. Dante Moore goes to college, and you kind of never hear about him again. He went to UCLA, went back to Oregon. I don't know where Dante Moore is now, but he was highly touted coming out of high school here. But Bryce Underwood looks like a finished product already. Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see how they implement him in that Michigan offense, because I know some people are advocating not to even play him next year, and I'm like, what are you doing? You don't buy, like, this is what I said about Jahmyr Gibbs when the Lions weren't playing him right out the gate. You don't buy a Lambo to sit it in the garage. Obviously, the Lions coaching staff knew what they were doing with Jahmyr Gibbs. I got a little excited. I just wanted to see the man play.
Yeah. Bryce Underwood's got the name. He's got the look. He's staying home. The only thing that I could ever see from what I've read and seen.
Belleville, I'm sorry, not Brighton.
Yeah. The only thing that could really derail him would be that, local clique thing where you've got a bunch of your people around you that linger and stuff. But it seems like he's already surrounded himself with the right people and seems to, hey, I hate it, but I don't know why he would not have stuck around and gone to Michigan.
Yeah, well, to me, honestly, people don't want to believe this, but when he took his visit to LSU this year, and I believe LSU was playing Bama, wasn't it when LSU was playing Bama?
I believe so.
And they were getting blown out by Bama, and in the swamp in LSU, they were throwing batteries, they were screaming at the team. You imagine going as a visit to this school like, oh, man, I can't wait to come out of the tunnel and to see all the yellow of LSU, and by the end of the game, they're like spitting on players and booing the stuff out of them. Like, to me, that was to be – I know they were already pursuing him at Michigan, but I think that was the thing. You go down there and see that. Then you see Michigan having a horrible year, but their fans aren't that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, at least if I don't live up to everything I'm supposed to be at Michigan, I'm not getting batteries thrown at me.
Their fan base literally opened the door, a crack, for Michigan to stick their foot in.
Yep.
And they did.
Let's see.
They did.
Why does this keep
I
popping?
still
Do you
have
just
an
keep
issue.
putting the –
No, I had to fix the wording.
it keeps coming up. Sauce and Dante Moore went to my alma mater. Yeah, great school. They were dogs in high school. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, Dante Moore was the dude. He was like a top 5 quarterback in the nation. And this kid's heads and tails above Dante Moore.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, there's been stories of Spencer Rattlers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So many things change when you go to college.
Oh, yeah, it's a different game.
Absolutely. I mean, you just have so much more on your plate.
Well, that's what I was texting my buddy when he was like, dude, this guy looks huge in a Michigan uniform down here, because my buddy works for sports radio down in Tampa. And I was like, yeah, imagine him. He's been going up against 5'10", 170-pound lineman named Ethan for the past 4 years. like, imagine that specimen going up against this little guy from Livonia Franklin.
Definitely
it wasn't pretty.
My mom went to Livonia Franklin.
Yeah, did you? Mm-hmm. Nice. My mom went Livonia Stevenson.
Hey.
So there we go. I scored my first touchdown ever at Livonia Franklin's high school.
I went to Refer U. Yes, I went to RU High. Yes, I did.
And we know somebody else that went to Franklin too, right?
Who?
Shout out.
Oh, Javon. Yeah, Javon went to Franklin. Lots of people went to Franklin.
Rest in peace, brother.
Let's see. You want to talk a little bit? You know what? Should we talk about my Matthew Stafford theory?
I know you're ready to get it off.
Do we want to get
so
into this Matthew Stafford theory?
Let's
Because somebody called me out on Twitter just a little bit ago, called it a clown take.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You're not going to have long to break it down for the next break, but it's up to you.
You got the audio ready, right?
I do.
Why don't you play this audio? This is Brad Galley. Shout out Brad Galley, one of the classiest sports guys in this city.
Shout out. Big fan
supported
of him.
Woodward Sports
Cool
when we
people.
first got going. So appreciate Brad Galley and all he does for the city. He sat down with Frank Ragnow, and he sat down with Taylor Decker, and they talked about Jared Goff.
Just seeing your quarterback celebrate you guys. Do you feel the love?
Yeah, yeah.
Or not?
For some reason he like thinks that we're like super cool and we're like, you play quarterback. Yeah, but it's cool to see it. Like he's one of the guys, and I appreciate that about them because he's a superstar. I mean, bona fide superstar, and for him to walk around and be appreciative of us and like buddy. It sounds weird, but like buddies with us.
Comes in the O-liner and wants to hang out with us.
Yeah, wants to hang out. It's really cool.
We have these meetings where the O-line always rides the elevator and everybody else takes the stairs and he wants to take the elevator with us. Yeah, it's almost like he couldn't be a lineman. Let's be honest.
It's like he
wants to be a
one
lineman,
guys,
though.
yeah.
He wants to be a lineman a little bit.
How long can you keep the act up as cool guys in Jared Goff's eyes?
Probably forever. We'll fool him forever. Yeah.
First of all, Frank Ragnow sitting there barefoot.
I love that.
How else
Yeah,
do you want
that's
Frank Ragnow giving an
It's a
interview?
dope interview.
And on the surface, love it. I'm a Jared Goff guy. I'm a culture guy. Obviously, Jared Goff is making everybody in that locker room feel special. That's why you're going to get a little bit more out of him than you normally would.
Big time.
But the pessimist in me is looking at the two that he's interviewing.
Looking for a reason.
Not looking for a reason. They gave me a reason. He's interviewing guys that were here during the Matthew Stafford era, correct? Both of those guys, long service linemen in front of Matthew Stafford. Why would it be odd to them that a quarterback would enter the lineman room? Why would it be odd to them that a quarterback chose to ride the elevator with them? Why would any of that be something of note unless it wasn't happening with the prior quarterback?
Because you're experiencing it for the first time. That's the only time something is weird and unnatural. It's your first time.
Now, logically, that makes sense to me. So let's take the next leap. That would imply that Matthew Stafford was not a man of the locker room, was not going the extra mile for his linemen. And listen, Kate, so
we don't know
logically,
that. We don't
you're
know
right,
that.
I don't know that. I said I'm implying this,
Yeah.
right?
There's
But
other ways.
Why else would it be explain to me, like I'm a toddler, why would it be foreign to them if it was happening before?
Yeah, I understand that part of it. Maybe he wasn't doing that, but that doesn't necessarily like mean you're a bad teammate. Like there could have been other ways he was interacting with the offensive lineman. It just wasn't in this particular way. That's my only difference.
Well, there's a difference between a bad teammate and a teammate that inspires the people around you.
That's a great point.
And as
Great
much
point.
as you and I fought over whether this guy was going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, his statistics supported that even before the ring, in my opinion. But my biggest issue with Stafford the entire time he was here, when you put him up against an Aaron Rodgers, who's supposedly a bad teammate, honestly, Stafford looked apathetic compared to how engaged Aaron Rodgers was, from the referees to his offensive line to every guy on the sideline, and you just never really saw that out of Stafford. That's why I compare Herbert as well as a T-Law to Stafford. I call him the Stafford AFC. These guys are talented, great arms, number one quarterbacks for the most part, but they just don't have that engagement. They don't have that presence that you see out of Jared Goff. And I'll be honest, Jared Goff might have been the greatest teammate in the world with the Rams, but he was never painted or really embraced. When he came here, he might have been walking around this Birmingham city here with his security staff.
Yeah, right.
But the fact is that this guy has made Detroit home, and we made it easily be home for him. Yeah. This guy honestly is just the quarterback we've all waited our whole life for.
It's just curious to me, right?
I get you.
It's like, why would you point out, hey, this guy actually likes us and thinks we're cool, when it would be normal?
You think Stafford's just walking by nerds? Like, it's just walking by. Like, come on, bro.
Get out of here, you ogre. I'm not saying he purposely slighted them. I'm just saying he wasn't one of the boys, right? Like we all love Neil Rule here.
You say
you
Neil
ain't
ain't
going
one of the
to his
boys?
house.
No, yeah, I do.
That's what I mean. Neil ain't having you over for steaks,
No,
KG.
that's a fact. He ain't having me over. But, I mean, 2 comments in the chat, man. Shout out to Cody Engel. You reaching sticks. Stafford was voted captain for a reason, which is something I think the team needs to agree upon. And the second comment.
You really think that's a
Caleb Williams is also the
Williams.
captain of the Bears.
Yeah, well, I guess. But what was the other one? Stafford also didn't have a line this good, Mac Walker Jr.
Yeah.
So.
You want to know why? Because maybe he didn't inspire him to be this good. I'm just saying. I can only go by what Frank Ragnow and what Taylor Decker. I didn't make this up. I didn't come up with this. I listened to what these men had to say, and I was just like, man, it's weird that they think a quarterback vibing with the line is weird.
Well,
Like,
you're not necessarily saying he was a bad quarterback.
No, it's just-
but I got to say,
He be
what was
saying
he,
that
12
sometimes.
years
Well,
that he was here? Wait, KG.
not in this instance, though.
Right.
I've said that. I've said that.
KG, can you recall a story of his 12-year tenure in Detroit where they talked about his impact on his teammates and his buddy nature with the teammates, or his inspiration that he was able to create in his teammates? That wasn't a story we ever read.
No, but
we always read about the sidearm and the gunslinger. And his wife. But
true, but that don't mean it don't happen.
I'm not
Stuff like
saying it
that
doesn't
don't
happen,
typically get reported unless Brad Galley shows up and do an interview and they willing to share that with you. But
But here's the deal.
doesn't really come up in conversation.
But that's a great point, KG. But here's the deal. The other positive side never came out either.
that's the deal, man.
True, but if it was negative, we would have heard about
But
it.
if it was
because
over the
if
top-
he's a bad
negative,
locker
what
room
we're saying is-
teammate, we would have heard about it.
But
we
if it's over the
constant-
top positive like it is with Goff, you also would have heard about it.
True, but there's
so you
a
got
lot
to
of,
apply the same logic.
There's a lot of winning involved with Jared Goff, so it's different. It's lighter spirits. Stafford had to battle through a lot of bullshit. We got to be real about it. My bad, Fox 2, but we got to be real about it. Don't do that.
He loves that booth over there.
Man, I'm trying to go home, man. I don't know.
I just want to go home.
I am in mail-in mode right now, y'all. Lucky
You're
I'm
in
here.
Matt
but-
Stafford in Detroit mode right now.
I
Just
know
mail it
Stafford
in.
got him
Just
fired
mail
up,
it
man. I'm mad about Matt.
Listen, man, y'all clearly need a divorce from Matthew Stafford. So
Yeah,
where should
divorce.
you go, man?
KDK Law, tell them about
Listen, these are the guys that got your back. You're dealing with child visitation, custody, any kind of family law or divorce situation. You've got to get these guys on your team. Kevin and Catherine have been doing it for over 10 years, and they're right here in Birmingham. They're available to you 24/7, which is ever important as well. So go ahead and scan that QR code you see right above my head, or give them a call at 248-971-0476, and make sure that you mention Woodward sent you so that you get that free filing fee. KDK Law, they got your back.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports. The holidays are here. Don't know where to get your friends and family? Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted for the Lions Super Bowl run. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. So make sure it's a happy holiday for you or the sports lover in your life. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Lady Jane's absolutely takes the chore out of getting your hair did. They got talented stylists, and they got locations all around Metro Detroit, and you could just walk right in.
Walk in.
Take advantage of that haircut special. It's going to get that scalp massage, a hot leather neck treatment.
Here you go with leather again.
I said
you
leather.
Freaky boy, you said
I
leather.
said leather. You might have heard it, but anyway, listen, they're open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are totally welcome, and they're just all over the Metro Detroit area. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
The Stafford.
He's still mad about stuff.
Yeah, you
No,
got
I'm not mad
created
about
as
that.
he is.
Oh, the Stafford
No, I'm
Slappies,
not.
though. The Stafford Slappies are in full heat. I
Oh,
love
are
Cody
they?
Engel. He's with us on all social media. Shout out to Cody, but you could tell he's a Stafford guy.
Oh, Cody's a rabble-rouser, too, man. He loves talking smack.
Whoa, this is a family show.
Rabble-rouser? I know.
I know, right?
I said
Fox 2,
smack, too.
Fox 2,
I
bro.
was going to
Fox
channel my
2.
inner
Ridiculous.
KG and say
I
something
thought
else.
I was
but
bad. I thought I was bad, man.
Fox 2.
I'm actually wondering, is rabble-rouser a bad word?
It might be
It's
some culture.
a racist term, but that's okay.
No, it isn't.
No, I'm joking.
Don't get him started. Don't get him started.
I'm looking up the background of Rabble.
Oh, shit.
Gay Hitler.
You're right. Turns out racist to blacks.
I got to fill people in on the gay Hitler story.
Oh, man.
It's New
this
Year's
will be a
Eve,
Lydia
whatever.
show, right?
Yeah, we could go a little off the rails. So I saw this video
Solo
about
cam you for
a
this.
gentleman named Gay Hitler. And saying that name today is very striking. But when you go into the context of when this man was born, he was born in the 20s. Before, obviously, the legendary Adolf Hitler came to power and did the most horrific things that you could do to humankind, right? So Hitler wasn't a bad name when he was born. So that was fine. And gay in the 1920s didn't mean homosexual.
Right.
It just meant happy. And honestly, there's a lot of people named gay. I know women named gay. I know guys that have been named gay, especially foreign guys. Like that's a big foreign name. So his name was Gay Hitler, which was fine for 20 some odd years. But then the 40s hit. And poor little Gay Hitler, the cutest little Gay Hitler baby you've ever seen, grew up to have the worst name that you could ever have in mankind. And I feel so bad for his parents because you know this dude was mad. Looked at them and was like, Mom, Dad,
Right, come
why?
on.
Why did you give me these names?
Hey,
Why is that our family name?
And you know they ain't had the internet back then, so he was in the newspaper. Look at this guy right here.
And they had to tell him, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry, son, but
Right.
yeah, you gotta roll. You're gonna roll with Gay Hitler the rest of your life."
It'd be like you naming your kid Crappy.
Yeah, crappy day. Yep,
Crappy
Not,
day.
nowhere near as bad. I know you would have said something else, OKG.
No, well, yeah.
Rabble rouser is not a bad word, but in a bad sense. A person who speaks with the intention of inflaming the emotions of a crowd of people, typically for personal or political gain.
You are a
Racism.
rabble
Cody
rouser.
Angle is a rabble rouser.
No,
Racist.
you're a rabble rouser.
I just speak the truth.
Okay.
No, sorry, but I just, that story stuck in my head ever since I saw it, and I just can't
Can't
get
let
it
it
out of
go.
my head. I think it's such a hilarious. Like, I just imagine growing up being that young man. Like everything's good till the 40s.
Ben Stiller played a gay.
Yep, Gay Fokker.
Played
That's
a
true.
gay.
Gay Fokker. There you go.
Pause.
Right.
Yeah,
Did I use
welcome
it right?
back to the Ermanni and Edwards show without Ermanni and Maz. My name is and Edwards. My name is Stick. That is
was a long
Hanson
intro.
Wells. KG is in here. It's the
Unfortunately.
night before 2025.
Sure is.
Which we are just as far away from the year 2000 as we are 2050.
So
Think about that.
Wow.
Where is my flying car?
Right.
I know,
The
right?
Where?
Tell that to the people in the 60s.
I was told, to quote Neil Rule,
Well,
by 2000 I would have a flying car.
I mean,
and here I
technically-
am driving over potholes on my way here.
technically they exist. You just ain't got the money to have one.
Hey, we
so-
got the Q line.
Do they exist?
No,
The Q
flying
line.
cars, yeah, they do exist technically. Technically, they do exist. Just like autonomous vehicles, they exist. You just can't afford one.
So I got to say, these last 4 months, having the greatest Lions team ever, they just flew by so quickly between
Yep.
fantasy football, prep for this show, and just getting ready for every damn game. Looking forward to it. Like, basically, there was one day a week, it felt like, for the last 4 months. And here we are at the end of the
I
NFL
can't believe
season.
the
for the most
season's
part.
over. I can't believe the
crazy.
NFL season's over. This has honestly been the fastest NFL season of my life.
But it was the longest offseason ever, though. Waiting for
See,
them to
I
get
feel the
back.
exact opposite. I feel it was I feel like we're still blended into last year because we're coming off the high of the NFC Championship game, and you think about it. Traditionally, our postseason has been a month longer,
Way earlier,
and even
yeah.
longer than that. Because sometimes we were eliminated with a month left in the season.
True, but once we got to the offseason and you still had the stink of that 49ers loss, it just seemed like a long time before
Yeah,
the
but then we had
Lions
the
were
draft
back.
here.
Like,
That's something that I didn't mention. That was another thing for Detroit sports memories of this past year.
yes,
the
absolutely.
NFL draft.
Yes,
how the
did we
hell did
forget
I
that?
forget about the
That
draft?
was huge.
That was amazing.
No, that was really an awesome time for the city. Like, that's
Amazing.
another thing. You look back and reflect on how far this city's come in the past 25 years. Like, when I was living downtown at the Jeffersonian in 04, playing basketball at Irma Henderson Park, it was a whole different vibe down there. And now Detroit's a thing. It's the new Detroit. You got to embrace it for what it is. If you're trying to still love it.
BND.
if you're trying to still love it for the past, it's not the same. But that's okay. Sometimes things got to grow up.
Well, and I know you were down there 18 years ago when we hosted the Super Bowl. And that was all smoke and mirrors.
It was so fake.
Man.
It was Hollywood. Oh, this building's empty. All right.
We'll take it for a weekend.
Let's put some windows in it. We'll open it up, throw up some folding tables, put some coolers with beer, and we have a bar. Like,
there were some really cool parties that week, I got to say. But the draft, seeing the streets shut down, getting a chance to just walk down the middle of Woodward. You and I took a minute, and we spent a couple hours down there. It was truly a special experience. But listen, time flies when you're having fun, KG.
Yeah, that's
and
a
I
fact.
know that it was a little bitter for you coming off that loss and for the rest of Lions fans. But we are still in the honeymoon phase of this team that we've fallen in love with.
Mm-hmm.
And it started 2 years ago,
Yeah.
going 9-8.
Yeah, it
you know,
did.
going on that run to finish the season. We were so excited to see who would be getting the draft. Killed the draft 2 years ago. Then we go on an amazing run, get to the NFC Championship, and then we get to host the draft, like you said. This whole season has just been prep for what we are waiting for this Sunday night, and it flew by for me, absolutely.
It was really just, like I said, the anticipation or waiting for, because they got to the NFC Championship, they exceeded all our expectations, but we all knew from that point, fix it, get it together, Anson. We all knew from that point,
No, you're the court.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
There it is.
Nice way to interrupt me, guy, but but it was the anticipation of knowing, like, okay, we know, like, this next season they are Super Bowl, like, this is for real a Super Bowl team, and anything less than that is going to be a disappointment. And it felt like it took so long for them to finally hit the field with all the new upgrades. DJ Reader, was brought in. That was a huge move. For them to go get Terrell Williams in the offseason, that was big.
Guys wanting to come here.
Yep, another Hutch, a year of Hutch's development, and he started off the year absolutely hot. So I just think it was a lot of anticipation waiting for them to actually get back on the field from that. But once they got it, man, it went quick.
And I guess that was kind of my worry for Lions fans, is that everybody wants this Super Bowl so bad that maybe some of you didn't stop to smell those Honolulu Blue Roses.
Yeah.
Because every damn game, even the 2 close losses, have been so much fun. Seeing girls and kids and people that you never thought would have been Lions fans just clad in 14 and 26 and 16 jerseys everywhere you damn go, it is awesome.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. I mean, Facebook memories remind you of stuff, and God, what was it? It's from like 13 years ago. I'm like, it says like the Lions are 10-5. The Lions are 10-5. I don't care what you say about how they got here. And that was the year I believe they started out 5-0 and then kind of trailed off at the end. But like, you've dreamed of these years. You asked a question last night during the post-game show, which, by the way, if you want to watch the Lions Instant Reaction post-game show, it's up now on our YouTube page. Go check it out. But you brought up last night, like, what you envisioned a winning Lions team looking like. And I got to be honest, I thought about that question last night, too, even after I answered it, and my answer is still the same. I never even took it that far. I was just more worried about the wins and loss column than how it was going to happen. And now, like last night, like I said, I wasn't jacked for last night's game. You guys know that. You guys were giving me crap about not being my normal, hey, let's go Lions, let's go
I'm
Lions.
surprised,
But
man.
I wasn't that excited for last game. But then you watch the game. You watch the fun these guys are having, and it's infectious. You want to be a part of it. And then you see Dan Campbell with his raspy voice giving his post-game speech about how, this is what we played for. This is why we do all this stuff. And it's just like the fairy tale just seems to not be ending with this team. And I don't ever want it to end. I was talking to a guy last night at Hayes Social, man. I want this Super Bowl. I want this Super Bowl so bad.
Yeah, this team feels like a team of destiny. As enjoyable as everything has been for all Lions fans, I have to say the last 3 weeks I've gotten people up to Hayes Social that have been enjoying this team by themselves at home.
Oh, yeah.
And they've all been back every week since. When you get, it's the premier place to catch a game in Metro Detroit, Hayes Social.
KG, go steal the video, or actually I'll drop it in Slack.
Yeah, please do.
Everybody there, we're all celebrating this team together. You guys remember what it was like in the 90s with the Red Wings and in 04 with the Pistons. Everyone's coming around this team. I got to beg you guys, come out and join us Sunday night at Hayes Social. It is so much fun. If you've been enjoying and loving this team on your own, come and share them with the rest of the fan base. You will not regret it.
Yeah, I'm sitting in KG. This was after I believe the go-ahead touchdown last night when they went for it on 4th down. Sending that to you, but yeah, like the communal aspect that this brings to a whole community too. You know, it's like when you go to a game, right? You're high-fiving the guy behind you. You're high-fiving the little kid to the left.
Strangers, man.
Like everybody's just it's a whole communal thing, and that's what happens at the bar. And I've always been I want to stay at home. I want to focus strictly on the game.
Yep.
I don't want distractions. I've always been that type of guy. But yeah, being at Hayes these last couple seasons has really shown me that it's a lot. It's almost like being at the game to celebrate with people.
Yeah, it truly is. Like you said, you know, you're sitting in the seat and you're just slapping hands with every stranger around you. It's the same deal at Hayes Social, man. I love it.
Yep. Good times, man. And,
No, absolutely. You want this before break?
No, go ahead and play it now. This is what it looks like. Anson and I will be quiet, but this is what it looks like. You can turn the volume up on this one. Hear the air horn.
I love the air horn, man. Come on. Run, run, run.
And I mean, what more could you ask for to watch your football team go 14-2? Like, what a fun experience. And this is what you mean by like smelling the roses. Like, I know I said yesterday, Super Bowl's my focus, and it's still my focus. But also, look around.
You gotta
this feels
appreciate
so
it.
nice.
Yeah, as a losing franchise, like this is everything, man.
Yeah,
losing as long as we did, but. I can tell the people about Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Yeah, tell them.
If you ain't woke up to smell the coffee about this Lions team, I don't know what to tell you. But maybe you can start with Sabbath Coffee Roasters, or as Pete would say, Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Fuel your Lions fandom with the perfect cup and become a subscriber. Whether you are gearing up for a big game or savoring a quiet morning, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com, choose your favorite roast, and use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awake, unwind, and support local, and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. We shall return.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Salvation Army, the year is not over. You had a bad year. You did some bad things. Make up for it by doing a good thing right now. Just $25. You could turn your whole year around. I'm telling you, it feels good to give, especially to the Salvation Army. They help so many people around this time of year and make sure that you are part of the goodness in the world. Salvation Army, the QR code is that way. There we go. It's backwards, man. Woodward Sports, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. Shout out to Freddie Felt 313 last night who came out to the watch party. Cool. Said, "Hey, Social is the place for the Lions game." Did I miss another super chat? Oh, Byrne. I missed a super chat from Byrne talking about Stafford's wife. His wife used to antagonize the fans. We were booing Goff, and he said we were cool, and he appreciated having the fan base like us. So, yeah, Goff appreciates us. And then Dante151. I'd like to give a shout-out to Western Michigan offensive lineman Jack Sherwin for declaring to enter the 2025 NFL Draft, who played high school for TC in Traverse City for Traverse City Central. LFG, this is awesome.
Hey, big
shout-out, man.
Also, Freddie Felt with a super chat. $1.99. Hey, Social is the place to be for Lions games.
Yeah.
What a Lions
and TC Central is 2 years ago. They had like a super dominant team. I think they were undefeated during the regular season. I believe they lost in the championship game. I'm not 100% sure. But if they won, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't want to discredit you, but I remember them being a powerhouse up north that year.
Yeah, we had to go to Petoskey for our state senior year soccer championships. And it was played in about 8 or 9 inches of fresh snow, and our coach was given the opportunity to reschedule. We didn't. I mean, that whole school rode cross-country skis to the damn game. We're driving up from Detroit. What are you thinking?
Right.
Man.
Well, they got some benefits to living up north.
They do.
Not a ton, but there's some. It's beautiful. I love up north Michigan, man. Yeah. Deontay Moore, Stick, I feel like if we play on the road, it's like a home game. Jared Goff addressed that in his post-game press conference about, this is the first Lions team to ever go undefeated on the road, period. End of story.
With some help from the fans, baby.
And he acknowledged that. He said, hey, you get a little bit of boost. You come here, and even I was listening to the national post-game show last night on my ride home from Hey Social at 2:30 in the morning, and it was a national syndicate show that was on, and they were just talking about how it was cool to hear the stadium erupt for both sides. And that's cool for us as Lions fans. As a San Francisco fan, I'd be absolutely pissed about it. But either way, it's getting national news. I mean, you see it all the time. People sending us video. Your boy Jay Hustle was there sending me videos during the game about him and his buddy. And my buddy Joe Zago from the Carpet Guys. Shout out to the Carpet Guys. Be wise. Call the Carpet Guys.
Your boy DPO was there.
Okay. Joe Zago was out there. He flew to San Francisco, and he went to the game. And just being able to travel, and what's hilarious is sometimes it's cheaper to go to these games.
Right now, it certainly is.
Yeah, like Jordan Addison saying, I need all the Vikings fans to flood Detroit. You better have some baller-ass Vikings fans, because I'm telling you, if you go on Ticketmaster or StubHub, the nosebleed seats are $568 each.
And they're saying that the Detroit dollar is pushing the Super Bowl tickets for this year higher than any in history.
And that's the good thing about us sucking for our entire lives. We've saved the money. Right. We haven't had to go on these trips. Right. It's been 40 years. If I saved $500 a year, I got $20,000 to go spend on the Lions because they've sucked for so long.
Right.
So,
imagine saving $500 a year for the Lions Super Bowl 50 years ago.
Right. What? It was an investment.
I would have dipped into that. I would have dipped into that for sure by now.
That's $40 a month.
Think
about that, KG.
That's
for
wild.
just $40 a month.
You could help feed a starving NFL franchise.
Yeah, you could feed a starving Lions fan. You could have gone to the Super Bowl this year if you would have started during your fandom.
We do have a quasi watch party going on right now. The game between the Alabama Roll Tide or Tide, whatever they call themselves,
Crimson
and our
Tide.
Michigan Wolverines is 19-13, and at the 2-minute warning with in the fourth quarter here. Alabama is moving, took a nice return back to about the 40-yard line, so we are going to have a nail-biter finish here.
Go blue. Let's go.
I kind of want to put you two on the desk and just for the last 2 minutes of this
we
game.
do well up here
I ain't
together.
even got the energy for answer right now.
Can we make the switch?
I'm good. I ain't even got
Come
the energy
on,
for
KG.
him. Nah,
It's a
I'm
Michigan
good.
watch party for 20 minutes.
Hey,
Nah,
listen,
we good.
While I'm taking flack, I'm going to deflect some flack because you told me I traded a championship to somebody, and he didn't win it. He didn't win it.
Anson's so happy this dude let him off the hook.
So are you, though. You wanted him to win it
I never
worse
want
than I
that guy to win a damn thing in his life, and life has taken care of that for me. So I don't really have to worry about that end. But yeah, like your trade was still obnoxious. I don't care what you say, and it got
look
you
at
nothing.
my team going into
it
next
got you
year,
nothing.
baby.
It got him
What are you
nothing.
talking about? I went from the worst team in the league to the semifinals, and look at my squad the next 2 years. You'll be
Sounds
hearing
like
about
a
it for 2
Vikings
years,
fan
baby.
right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
I made it to the playoffs. I did it.
No, it's dynasty, baby. I'm
All
building.
you did was get a worse pick than you would have had. That's all you accomplished this year.
How many rings you got?
Like I said, you sound like a Vikings fan.
Hey, shout out Burn, $5 super chat. Remember, the NFL can reimburse Vegas for their losses if the Lions win. Lions are good for NFL business. It works out.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't
they're
think
not.
so.
The amount of
MGM literally
parlays-
came out and said they're a problem.
The amount of parlays people hit on the Lions offense is ridiculous. I saw like 5 people in my timeline post, Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown, Laporta anytime touchdown.
Gibbs made people money last night.
Tim Patrick plus 2 catches, Jared Goff plus 1.5 yards rushing. Like they
1.5
hit everything.
yards.
Yeah, that was it though. I mean, mobile golf. That's a
Mobile golf,
given.
man.
That's a given.
He guaranteed for 8 a game
Oh,
almost.
God.
Like,
80.
You're right, 80. All right, now you pushing it a little bit.
18.
I love mobile golf. I love Jared Goff.
He's come here and did the damn thing, man.
And he looked so poised last night, and that's the thing. He took a couple sacks that people didn't like, but he didn't make the Brock Purdy mistake. He didn't throw the interception, and that's all you need. And, sure, you could say that's a game manager mentality, but he's more than a game manager, and if that's what you're calling him, you clearly don't watch football. And speaking of, 1:53 left, 3rd and 5. Michigan's up 19-13.
Go blue,
Alabama
baby.
has the ball.
Big stop right here.
Yeah, let's call the end of this game. Let's get into this game. We got 1:53 left. Alabama has the ball. 3rd and 5. There's Wink Martindale.
Who kept his job?
He did keep his job.
yeah.
He turned it around. He turned it around.
He did.
16 of those points are off direct Alabama turnovers in the first quarter, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, see, Milrose, their quarterback, right? He's in the shotgun, motion to the backfield. Ball at the 48-yard line, drops back, quick hitch, wide open,
Yeah.
first down, easy first down. Big hit coming in by number 6.
It's fine. Clock running.
Clock running.
Two
Well,
timeouts.
it stops on a first down under
True,
2
but
minutes
it's
in
still
college.
technically running. But
Yeah, and Michigan doesn't care about yards right now. What
Yeah.
they care about is
Keep
the
'em out the end
score.
zone.
Keep them out the end zone.
Yep. Drop back to pass, going deep for it. Oh, turn
Pick,
around. Turn
turn
around. Oh, he's out of
around.
bounds. He's out of bounds.
no,
He's
that's
out of
1
bounds.
foot.
No, he's out of
he was-
bounds.
Okay, cool.
He's out of bounds.
Thank God.
God. DBs are probably the most unself-aware people on the football field. Like, when they celebrate a good defensive play where they did absolutely nothing and they do the whole safety
No,
belt,
yeah,
when the
it'd be
quarterback
hilarious.
overthrows him by 20 yards and he's like, safety belt. It's like, it had nothing to do with you. What are you doing?
No, that's funny.
It drives me nuts. 19-13, 2nd and 10, 1:37 left. Ball at the 40-yard line. Alabama in the shotgun. Drop back.
Oh.
Michigan pressure. Screen pass.
Oh, damn.
Great
Good
call.
screen.
Good blocking
Good
out in
screen.
front.
Fumble.
All the way
Fumble.
down to the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone with 1:29 left. That was
See, as soon as we start calling the game, this start happening.
that was a perfect play call for that.
No, it was.
I mean, Wink sent his blitz package,
Of course he did.
and they took advantage
This
of
would be a
Wink's
hell of a
package.
win for this Wolverine team to finish on the high note against the number 11 team.
Oh, to beat
And-
Alabama
yeah.
twice in a year?
Absolutely.
That's great for any program.
Auburn would never. Shout out Neil Rule. Auburn would never.
There you go, another fake screen pass. They try to get him on the hitch, pressure to the quarterback in the back of the end zone, out of the end zone. Give me the safety belt. You did it. Good
Lockdown.
job, Hill.
Lockdown.
Lockdown on the
Jair Hill,
overthrow.
man.
On the overthrow.
2nd and 10, minute 6. And from the 14-yard line, they're going to have what will probably be about 3 shots at the end zone unless they squeak in another first down somehow.
They got room for a first down, right?
Yeah.
If I'm them, I want the first down. I want to eat up all this clock. Oh yeah, they're at the 15, so they can anything inside the 5-yard line will be a first down.
Wide.
Checking the offense. They saw the blitz coming from the left side. Strong side. There we go. Blitz is coming. Pressure on the quarterback. Backpedaling, throwing. Tipped. Almost intercepted.
Oh, my God. Come
Wow.
on, bro. Woo. Come on, man. That's the game.
I mean, say what you want about Wink. That big play on the screen pass did not shy him away from bringing pressure. How many they bring here? 1,
That's
2,
part of his
3,
problem.
4, 5, 6, 7. It is and it isn't, right?
It is, yeah.
If they don't score, it's not the problem.
When it works, it works. But,
Right.
yeah.
That's a 2-yard completion if he even gets it.
Yeah.
Not a great design there by Alabama.
Well, that's what happens when you put pressure on quarterbacks.
True
Man. I'm a
that.
big fan of that.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. 1 minute left.
Bunch
ball
of
at the
Ethan's
15.
excited in the stands there wearing corn and blue.
Oh, almost a sack.
His arm got hit.
Yeah,
Yep.
almost a sack,
So
man.
4th and 10.
Come on, big stop, big stop.
4th and 10. This is the game, folks. 56 seconds left. Ball at the 15-yard
I'm
line.
gonna rub it in Neil's face.
First down marker at the 5.
Anson
Justin,
is
we
getting
here, man.
nervous.
Turn
I
up.
don't really care.
Yeah,
I mean,
Anson.
I would love to see Alabama beat them, but I don't care.
The Alabama kid cares. Why do they keep
The
showing
Alabama's
Wink Martin?
caring
Like,
hard.
why aren't they showing Jerome Moore? All right, here we go. 4th down, 4th and 10. Alabama checking to the sideline. Michigan showing the middle linebacker blitz. Looks like he's backing out of it, though.
Yeah, protect the end zone. at this
Protect
point.
that 5-yard line.
Yeah, that too. But
Oh, here comes the. Oh, he's sneaking back up to the line of scrimmage.
False start.
Forces Alabama to call a timeout. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what Wink was thinking. Is he sending them? Is he not sending them? They're playing mind games out there with the Alabama.
we got to go
Wink's
to break
had a hell of a
anyway.
game.
So
Did you
good
see?
time.
No, let's stay with this. Did you see
Okay.
Shane Gillis call Nick Saban Alabama Jones?
No,
Dude,
Alabama
the
Jones.
Shane Gillis roasting Nick Saban was hilarious. Like, he was saying, like, yeah, nobody in the SEC's ever paid money for stuff, and everybody on the set just gets real quiet.
Right,
He's
clearly.
like, isn't this supposed to be a funny show, guys?
Yeah,
He's
right.
like,
the best.
he's like Alabama Jones over there.
That's hilarious.
Instead of Indiana.
Don't tell
Shane
that to
Gillis
Neil,
is
man.
phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Stick getting all worked up over a 5-loss team in a game that means nothing. Yeah.
It's not like hate.
I root for the state of Michigan.
Right. So back
Deal
off,
with it.
whoever
Like,
that is.
I'm a fan
Back
of
off.
Michigan when they're playing. If Michigan State was playing, if Western was playing, if Ferris State's playing, I went to University of Detroit. We don't have a football team. That's why I ride or die so hard for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, because that's my football team. All right, here we go. 19-13, ball at the 15-yard line, 4th and 10, 56 seconds left.
Draft standing on the line here for Jalen Milroe.
You think so?
A little bit.
All right, shotgun, back,
on.
pressure,
Come on.
rolling out. They're keeping him in the
Get
pocket. There was a
in.
clear hold on his back foot.
Let's
Throws
go.
way short.
Ball game.
Way short.
He just dropped a couple spots in the draft after that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know.
That was a pretty ugly finish for a guy that's supposed to be a first-round quarterback.
I mean, you're backpedaling the whole time. It's tough to get anything under that. So Michigan can come out victory formation. Victory. Hail to the victors. You wanna get that going in there,
I got
KG?
you. I got you.
Alabama might have had a chance to get the ball back if they don't take that second time out there.
Huh? We'll see. All right, now we can go to break, KG. Oh, no, I thought I was joking. I thought you were going to start. I didn't know you were going to go over to the sound booth and play it. There it is. What a great song. Victory!
That's a big win for
All
Michigan.
right.
Big
Crazy
corner boy.
Clown with the Go Blue. Players with the LFG. Idris Singleton with the Go Blue. Mario Henley with the Go Blue. Big Con 51. Big Ten greater than the SEC.
Yes, sir. I was told that Michigan only Big Ten good. But,
Freddie Felt, I was told we were Auburn.
yeah.
Idris is a dope name.
Like Idris Elba?
Idris, bro. It's
Yep.
an awesome name.
JP
Look at Anson
17
trying to get
game
brownie
over.
points. No,
I would name my kid Idris Wells. I think it's awesome. name, man.
Congratulations to
name.
young Justin. He took Michigan on the money line.
Damn right. Justin, we here, man. You cashed out. Let's go.
You did it. Anson, give me a Go Blue. I thought I could sneak it in because he wasn't paying attention.
It's too bad we don't do Michigan in Maine, but we do Woodward in Maine in the pregame show.
You know, I lost it, but I had this breakdown. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we got to do a live read here, buddy. This Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., Woodward in Maine, Terry Foster, and, of course, the lovely Matthew Broder will be in the building, getting you ready for the biggest regular season Lions game of all time. And if that's not enough for you, double down with the pregame show. You got your man Sean Belizean, you got the tone setter Neil Rule, and they will be doing it live from Second Best downtown. And you know downtown's going to get packed, so why not get down there at 10 a.m.?
Downtown.
You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. So go down with the pregame show with Woodward Sports.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
All had to go.
Soroki's.
Soroki's. Signature wings, real fan favorites. I had some last night. That lemon pepper is so good. Mwah! I love that lemon pepper. Crispy chicken and pizza. You don't want to cook tonight. It's the last day of the year. Take it easy on yourself. Swing by a Soroki's. They're popping up all over Metro Detroit, and those wings are only for a limited time. Go get them.
KG wouldn't share any of the tenders with me last night.
I would not. That was my price of admission.
Fair.
Yeah.
Not even one,
I don't ask
bro.
for much. I don't ask
He
for
honestly doesn't ask. If I got to pay KG in chicken tenders, I'll pay KG in chicken tenders.
I bet. It's the easy way out. I bet.
Welcome to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. My
Laughing
name
at my
is
pain.
Stick. It's the last day of 2024. Michigan just won, upsetting Alabama.
Yeah.
The
I was
last
told
two-
they were a playoff team.
The last
Alabama.
two games, Michigan, what is the combined spread that they've had to cover, and they've done it? Like they were, what were they?
There was
Ohio
20
State
points
was like
down.
20 at Ohio State.
Yep.
And wasn't this like 14 or 17?
Yep.
So my goodness, Michigan.
I think it was 18 for this one actually. So
Either way,
I
but
mean,
yes, that's crazy that Vegas had both those that wrong. Like that's crazy. Whether
They
you
didn't
like
believe in
Michigan or
Michigan,
not, anytime Vegas gets it that wrong 2 consecutive games in a row, something's going on. Something's going on at Michigan that they're building a program, and they've had a really good run too in their offseason with getting
Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, well, not Bryce Underwood. I mean, they've had guys flip from Alabama. They've had running backs come out of the number 1 running back out of the portal. It's a real program because Michigan decided to spend money.
Right. Michigan State got the 3 of the top 4 recruits from Hawaii.
Michigan State also got 2 young gentlemen from Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Hey. You got Jaden Savory, who's going to be a tight end for you, and then Williams, who is a tremendous wide receiver, a couple touchdowns in the state championship game. So
like
State's doing all right too.
Megatron Marsh, baby.
I'm not anti-State. I want to me as a fan of Michigan sports, when D'Antoni and Harbaugh, those games were close. You didn't know who was going to win coming in. To me, that was fun for the entire state. Yeah. I know Michigan State and Michigan have different feelings about that, but I like when both teams are competitive.
Oh hell yeah!
I think it's great. Plus, it's a lot of local kids that go to those schools.
It's also wonderful when Corn and Blue are trash. I also enjoy that.
Yeah, see, I don't as much.
It's been a while.
I don't as much.
I enjoyed that.
I don't as much.
God, Rich Rod, come back.
He is back at West Virginia. Didn't he go back to West Virginia?
I believe so.
Yeah, he went back.
When that happened, I was so excited because you've got this brand of smash mouth football that's been the hallmark of the Big Ten forever.
Yep.
And let's bring in some smallish pull offensive linemen, and we'll do all of this stretch the field, sideline to sideline stuff, and it just didn't work. And it took a while for them to get back from that.
We like to call that a fish out of water story.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. You can't bring that into the Big Ten. You're going to get pounded into the dirt every single time unless you're mega elite at it.
Yeah.
And you just can't get those types of players to come to Michigan.
No, and they would have needed to have been doing it for like a decade for people to believe, hey, I can go there with this kind of skill set versus all the big mauling corn-fed offensive linemen that love to go to the Big Ten.
Kalamazoo, we here, man. Okay, you goddamn right, we back. Shout out to Anthony Jargis. I don't have to respect the championship. You don't, but you got to say our names. So, I love it.
Disrespecting someone's championship is the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, well,
like it's the biggest hill to climb. They accomplished it. It's in the record books, and that's. I don't like Matthew Stafford, do I? I didn't think he was a Hall of Famer, but once he won a championship, what was my stance, Hansen?
He's in the Hall of Fame now.
Whether I like it or not. So that's what's so weird about me. And I think part of that is when I was young, my family went on a road trip and I was wearing Pistons sweats, like all the way down the side. And I forget, we were like in Oklahoma or something at a campground, and I was playing basketball with kids that were my age, like 9 and 10, and they all just started dogging the Pistons, telling me how bad they were. And as a young kid, it didn't make sense to me that people around the country thought the champions were bad. Like, in my head, you're the champion. It's assumed that you're the good team. It's assumed that you're the best team. But I quickly learned around the nation, nobody gave respect to Detroit.
None.
And this was when I was 9 or 10. So that's part of my FU attitude today. And I don't need anybody else's approval because it doesn't matter. They're never going to give it to you anyways.
Did you see what Brenda Hayward had to say?
Who's Brenda Hayward?
Oh, I meant Brendan, but he's been soft since the ACC, and he brought his soft game from the floor to the microphone, saying that the Dallas Mavericks, which he was a part of, had the greatest finals run ever. Well, I seem to remember a team that beat Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Magic Johnson to win their first championship.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else they had to beat on their way.
The Bucks in round 2. Paul Pressey, Sidney Moncrief.
No, not the Pistons. I'm talking about.
the Mavs. They beat Kobe. They beat that Heat team the first year.
The Heat team.
They beat Kobe in the round before that, and then they beat, I believe, Denver.
Who was with Brandon Roy? Brandon Roy.
That was the last year of
Trailblazers.
Melo in Denver, I believe they beat. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But
They sourced Brandon Roy.
Listen, he's allowed to feel that they did
Brandon
it the
Roy
best.
was special for a moment.
That team is snake bit. Like Greg Oden was supposed to be that, and he was injured, and then Brandon Roy, he was great and just
That's
got
what happens
injured.
when you pass on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, well,
for Sam Bowie.
Yeah,
it kind of sets your program back a
Trailblazers,
little.
man.
The Pistons know that well with Darko Milicic.
Yeah,
I mean, it just like those moves change the course of history, and it's never an immediate thing. And you can look at the 49ers very much so with Trey Lance. It wasn't an immediate death when Trey Lance didn't work out, but now you're looking hopeless. Like your team's struggling, you don't have the assets anymore, and you traded away for a player who's not even playing for you. Like,
right.
Oof.
Greg
God,
Oden was the truth, though. But
because he was 97 years old.
He did look like
At
he
20.
looked like LeBron's Sasquatch grandfather.
Yeah,
literally
at 20.
18.
Like
19, 20
crazy.
years old, man.
But to your point, like the Pistons run was better, but the Mavs did have a magical run that year. Like everything went right for the Mavs. I remember that playoff run.
I just wanted to call him Brenda again because that I used to level him as the heckler with Brenda. He hated that at ACC because he played soft as a pillow.
And it does happen sometimes to good people. Where we got to go, KG?
We are going to the post-game show.
Post-game show. You
With these
experienced
bozos
it.
now, talking.
Yeah. Who's got it, Anson?
Hey, stop bogarting these Lions to yourself. it's time for you to share in the greatest Lions team ever. So if you've been watching them at home, you're not doing that this Sunday. You're going to come out. You're coming to Hayes Social, Shelby Township, 21 in Hayes. You're joining the heavyweights. You're joining KG, Justin, my man Stick, myself. Watch party, post-game show. It's all brought to you by our fine friends at New Holland Brewing Company.
Yeah, we ran out of Tangerine Space Machine last night. You savages.
So good. Sabbath Coffee Roasters, and of course, our good friends at Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, and of course, Soroki's too. Listen, come out this Sunday night, make the call, get your table reserved, and come join the Woodward crew for the biggest regular season game in Detroit Lions history.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you will. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hey, Planet Fitness, you know you got that new year, new you thing going on. Go to Planet Fitness. Get your ass in shape this year. Come on. Quit being a slob. 50 Metro Detroit location. I'm talking to myself, by the way.
See the guns.
Looking at
see the guns.
No, I'm not flexing. I'm not like you. I'm not flexing.
I'm not like you.
You see Anson flex yesterday?
Oh, God.
I got called 115 pounds. I'm throwing the guns out.
How much do you weigh?
Jesus.
150.
150?
You see, he did not sound confident.
Probably maybe 147.
If you want to bulk up like Anson, hit the 50 Metro Detroit locations. Planet Fitness, it's $15 a month, or jump up to that black card so you get the massage, and just go and get a massage and say you went to the gym. Planet Fitness.
147 kg.
147. Soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
I think I wrestled that weight in
say.
7th grade. I think I wrestled at like 135 in 7th grade.
I was 5 foot 89 pounds entering high school.
Wow.
I grew almost 3 inches in college.
I was only like 5'6", 5'7" entering high school, but I left 6'3".
Yeah.
Yeah. Entered with a size 8 shoe, left in a 14.
Oh, dude. Show
Keeping
them the
up with
Lambeers.
shoes.
Put the Lambeer up on the desk.
These dirty bad boys. Yeah.
They're massive.
Yeah, they're big feet.
They're massive.
They're big feet.
Big like feet. Your foot is the size of my torso.
Yeah, it's a big foot. It's a big foot. That's all okay. Right. KG over there.
No, lost the YouTube screen, but we're still technically live. So
all right. What you doing over there? Just because you want to end the show, KG.
I promise it's not me.
The YouTube.
It's the universe.
He's happened his car already, man.
Listen, it's the universe. It's not me, man.
Yeah, the universe is just telling you to go.
He's got some board games waiting for him, Stick.
Damn right.
Kalamazoo, I weighed 147 in 7th grade. Oh, man, that sounds like a fabulous evening.
No, it does. It does. And food.
Yeah, okay. You guys got any New Year's resolutions? Let's do the whole hokey crap.
Nah, come on with that.
For real, everybody's got so. Okay, do you have a goal in 2025 that you'd like to achieve? Not New Year's resolution. You need to change your life or whatever.
Yeah.
How about within Woodward Sports? Because honestly, after the New Year's, I planned on sitting down and having one-on-ones with everybody.
Yeah.
And seeing, because I don't think we've had these types of conversations, because I know you want to do this, but I don't know where you want to go within the next year.
Yeah, I mean, me and Kool-Aid been talking about stuff. Definitely want to be more on the production side of things, but I mean, I'm open to being a host. It's something I feel I still need to work on from day to day, but I wouldn't mind, you know, maybe resurrect Woodward Nights. I mean, you never know. You never know.
I like that.
You never know.
Anson, what about you? Any 2025 goals? Doesn't have to be specifically here at Woodward, but, you know, go ahead.
Woodward and whatnot.
Yeah, it's been pitched a couple times. We're working on it.
So my whatnot, I just hit 10K followers about a week ago. So pushing real hard with that. I want to get into the gym, and I want to be able to get my endurance up. I know I do my push-ups and pull-ups at home and stuff, but I get winded running with my dog at this age, and it's just silly. So I want to hit a spot that's got a pool, and honestly, I got to check out the Planet Fitness right by my house. It's really close. I've been in there a couple times. So I hate joining at the start of the year because they hate that because the whole place is full and all the regulars get the hell out of here. They'll be gone by February. But yeah, I want to get into a little more regimented workout routine.
I've said that my entire life, and it's never happened. I've never had a regular
Well, let's
gym.
do it this year, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm not.
No.
I mean, Planet Fitness has been our sponsor for 3 years here. Joey's gotten me the free black card to go to the one in Commerce by my house, and just never makes it as a part of my schedule. And honestly, that's part of my 2025 resolution, has become a lot more regimented and organized because, with the 3 businesses scattered all over the place at all times, I was talking to KG. I want Woodward Sports to operate more efficiently. I want people to be more informed. If you have a problem, don't call me. Here's a pamphlet with all the solutions and who has your answers. It just set that we've evolved as a network to be beyond just me and you sitting at my house recording on my cell phone and then uploading it. Yeah. Now there's now it's a real company with real advertisers and real employees. There's 30 of us. It's a whole thing to where we've pieced it together and we make it work, but I really want to streamline everything in this bad boy. So it's just a well-oiled machine. So on Sunday, I don't have to wake up with someone missing a shift and someone, I didn't know that. And I'm like,
our next tipping point.
Yeah, it's their graduation year. That's what I was telling D-Mac. It's 4th year. Time to graduate. We're moving on to college after this year at Woodward Sports. I'm visually, production-wise, like KG's talking about. Yep. Just the way we present things to the public, the way all of it's working. And there's new things that we want to add, innovations. We're going to fail at a bunch of stuff in 2025. I'm okay with that because there's going to be some stuff that sticks too.
Will we have an alien on the network in 2025?
An alien?
We talked about some wild stuff on the street
yesterday. I think we already have one, 2.
Well, listen,
I
know it's
if Darren
crazy.
McCarty's not an alien, I don't know who is.
No, that's a fact.
Listen, the guy doesn't even breathe air. He only breathes weed.
Right. Well, no, we were talking on the street. Listen, there's a lot of mysterious stuff in the air right now that the whole world is talking about.
Yeah.
And him and I were talking about it on the street yesterday, and it's like, well, if they're already here and we have one at the network, who would your guess be that is an alien here at the network, KG? His was
Flannel Sam.
D-Mac.
Oh,
Flannel Sam.
See, now I don't see Flannel Sam as an alien. I see him as a robot. A little bit different. He's just
a little
AI
bit. Yeah, a little bit. He could be a disgruntled alien, though. You never know. Hence the banging head on the table and all that.
God, that was a great day.
Oh, man, that was great.
Who was that? That was over Caleb Williams.
It was, yeah.
That was over him fighting about how good Caleb Williams is.
You wasn't even going to record it, though. I had to tap you bro, we missing content gold right here. See, that's why I need to be on the production team.
And it was not like hitting the table with his hand like fake WWF stuff.
No,
he was actually hitting his
scared
hand.
I think
Sean
there's still a dent. Oh, Sean's face was like,
he scared Sean Belize. I didn't appreciate
I
that.
played that stuff in slow motion so many times.
Answer, fix your mic.
Am I good?
Yeah, who do you think's an alien?
Answer could be an alien.
Yeah, that's why the mic keeps messing up. He's radioactive over there.
That's right.
Sam is a skinwalker. Flannel the Cyberman.
Yeah.
Anson isn't an alien, just a fan.
Yeah, he could be.
Maybe. Honestly, T. Foss has got some just uncanny ability to be unaffected.
Oh, yeah.
So you call it T. Foss an alien?
He's unbothered.
Maybe.
Is he because he's black? No. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't
Come
help
on,
it.
KG.
All right.
Your 2025 resolution is not to make Anson out as a racist.
No, you're right.
He does a good enough job by himself.
That's Oh, man, we love you, Anson.
Stick, did you get my resume? Rich Baldwin, send it again. I don't think I did. Stick@woodwardsports.com. And Jessica Dean, y'all realize Anson is in better shape than all of you. Yeah, that's why.
Oh, yeah, big
That's
facts.
why him wanting to go to the gym is comical.
Yeah, like
to get down to what, 0% body fat?
Honestly, I get winded, man. Like, I do push-ups, pull-ups, and all that stuff at home, but, like, I'm not on a bike or running or anything. And that Taste of Detroit that I got in my pocket all the time, a.k.a. Newports, trying to get rid of that habit as well.
Taste of Detroit, here he goes again.
I know, right?
Bro, what, you think I started smoking those up in Washington Township?
He's smoking menthols.
Come on, man.
Do you smoke menthols?
Taste of Detroit.
Smoking with cigarettes. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I got to go, man. It's 20 minutes left. Why is the clock not 4
Why is the clock not moving, huh?
It's some bullshit.
No, it's going to be a good year here at Woodward
big
Sports.
facts.
Ryan Lentz is putting together a pretty cool graphic right now for us to post either today or tomorrow about the statistical growth of the company through this past year. Because this year, my God.
What if our new year starts with a Lions Super Bowl? That sets the tone for the year.
What if?
Like,
what if?
I'm just saying, like,
When?
dude, we still got to get
After.
there. We still got to get there.
The parade broadcast. The fact that this year
I'm bailing,
in my
bro.
life,
I told you.
I was able to talk to the Detroit Sports Commission. I was able to talk with several places downtown, businesses, banks, bars, about, hey, when this parade happens, here's where I want Woodward Sports to be. Where can we be? How can we be a part of this? And, like, this is a real conversation.
They didn't hang up the phone.
They didn't. They were like, prank caller. Look at this guy. The Lions are gonna win. And, like,
Get a load of this guy.
It's the reality of our lives as Lions fans right now, and it's so crazy that you can have these conversations. Because here's my thing. Everyone's like, really? You're calling about the Super Bowl parade? Yeah, because it'll be in a month, guys, if it happens. We're literally 5 weeks away from a Super Bowl.
4 more dubs.
Well,
We there.
5 weeks away from a Super Bowl.
I think you're glancing over something, though. As exciting as the possibility of that happening and how realistic it is, the fact of the matter is the team that you've assembled here at Woodward has created something so real and so grassroots and loved by the Lions fan base that they're not hanging up the phone when you call, bro.
No, it's a real thing. Steve-O, baby. Stick's New Year's resolution is to get Mason and finally pay him. Happy New Year's, Stick.
Good luck with
Mason
that.
Leach. Get that money ready,
you better
baby.
have it ready, both of
you
y'all.
better show up and pay me in singles so I can
Yeah,
throw it
you
all
should
over you
show
like a
up
stripper.
in person, bro. You should be there.
Anson from Just a Fan. You smoke and complain about you're winded.
I know. That's I'm trying to quit,
Right,
and I'm
the
trying to get my
cancer
win
sticks,
back.
You
man.
did quit for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, back and forth. I mean, I started when I quit drinking. It was a thing where I'm throwing parties 4 nights a week, and I was so annoyed with people drunk around me because I was sober that I just wanted to smoke weed the whole time, and not the best way to run a business and to finish out, close out
You
your
think?
numbers at the end of the night. So kind of started playing with the Taste of Detroit, man. So,
Okay,
The fact
playing
that
with
you're-
the taste.
now wait a
Pause.
second, real
Hold on,
quick.
John Effing Lord. Stick's resolution for 2025: get all his hoodies back from his exes. God, I miss those hoodies.
Speaking of apparel, please show off that shirt.
Oh God, wifey got me this for Christmas.
Is that not the baddest shirt of all
You like a
time?
mixtape cover with your wife all over it.
Yeah,
That's dope.
And you know, like it looks like one of those in my homie died shirts
Yeah.
too. But
Yes, it's
the
perfect.
biggest difference, like I was explaining to KJ, this is not airbrush and it's not from
It's a fact.
Gibraltar.
It's a fact.
So like that's how you know it's not a memoriam T-shirt. Like she's still alive, wifey's still good.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got me. She branded me.
Dr.
That
Day.
is so BA, bro.
I appreciate it. I walked out today with wearing it here. She's like, I did not expect you to wear that on the show, and I'm like,
We're better than
What?
to wear Lakeside Mall.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Jessica Dean, Stick, I give you a lot of crap, but I appreciate the hell out of you for putting the effort into this network. Thank you, Jessica Dean. I appreciate the hell out of you for watching this network.
Jessica, we were entrenched in COVID. This guy and I are on the
Entrenched in
phone
COVID
all the
sound
time,
crazy.
and he gives me a call, and he's like, bro, I just told my mom about this concept. What do you think about Woodward Sports?
We're buying the website.
Man, I was all in from the moment he said it, and all of Detroit and the fans all over the country and Taiwan, Lebanon, all over the place have followed suit. And we do thank you, brother. Thank you so much for Woodward Sports.
Yeah, no, man. Couldn't be here without, listen, we couldn't do this stuff without KG. We couldn't do it without you. Otherwise, it'd just still be me on my couch, which is good. But not all this. That's the cool part. We got a network full of people with different brains, different ideas.
Rabble-rousers.
And we never, ever cap anybody and tell them what they can and can't say. That's one thing that I love about this network, because I came from iHeartRadio. I came from Disney, ABC, Clear Channel. I came from all that background, 20 years of media before we started this. And there's lots of rules and regulations.
A lot.
Here, we wanted to hire people and let them have a voice. Now, unfortunately, that leads to things like Easy telling me Jordan Love's better than Jared Goff. And, there's a lot. But
gotta take the good with the bad.
But, yeah, at least it leads to some conversation. And that's what this is all about. You just wanted conversation about Detroit sports. There wasn't enough coverage of Detroit sports. I don't care about other cities. I care about Detroit. And there was one option in the city on the radio dial, and it seemed like they didn't care about Detroit sports. Still seems like in a lot of ways they prefer the teams lose than win. So we wanted to create something that was for the city, by the city, and supported the teams. And look at that. The teams have responded to us as well, which is really cool. And behind the scenes, like, hey, when the teams are bad, they'll tell us. We know the teams are bad, but we appreciate you guys not taking the position of telling people not to go to games, not to screw this team. Because we're fans. Even if the team is bad, I'm not saying I'm never going to be a Piston fan again because they set the franchise record for losses last year. I'm going to go support them this year. I'm not going to tell you you're wasting your money if you want to make memories with your children. It's not a waste of money. It's a communal thing. My father used to tell me all the time, because he grew up in New Mexico, no professional teams in New Mexico. He'd look at me and be like, Sam, you are so lucky that you can drive downtown and watch 4 professional sports teams. We're the lucky ones, Detroit, and now the teams are paying us.
Yeah, they truly are. It's a special time. Honestly,
finally.
We talked about it early on, man, and it's not just going to be the Lions for long, man. It's not going to be just the Lions for long, that's for sure.
We hope so, man. We hope so. Shout out to Hassan Haydar in the chat.
Yeah.
Great show, guys. Great people. Regards from Lebanon. We are going to try to set up a watch party here for Sunday's game. Shout out to you, man.
Oh, we got to get them on the V-Mix and patch them in.
You're right.
But he was a part of the post-game show last night. He gave us a super chat too.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Hassan. Appreciate you supporting the network and being in there.
Yeah. We had somebody from Italy that was stationed in Italy that said, we get them through the day, man. So shout out to him. Appreciate
Big Con 51, living out of state. This network is my source of Detroit sports. And I got buddies that moved all over the place too. And let's be honest. If we're talking about the city of Detroit, you're talking about a mass exodus of people who lived in this city and moved away within the past 10 to 15 years. When I started in radio in 2001, this was media market number 7.
Wow.
At one point, we were media market number 5. We're now 16 or 17 because of how many people have left this city, whether it be whatever reason it is. People left Michigan, people left Detroit. And that left a lot of Lions fans being in Arizona, being in Florida. And that's why I think this team travels so well. Look at the millions of people have moved out of here. Not many cities have this many transplants, and nobody really moves here. So you got just really dedicated fans all over the country, and we get to see them. I mean, last night we asked in the post-game show the chat for everybody to check in, and it was everywhere, literally from Lebanon to Taiwan to Arizona to Alaska to Hawaii to Florida. It's fantastic to see. It's fantastic to see.
Even our boy down in Miami, shout out Gino Santia.
Oh, yeah.
He sends a post to the fantasy thread today, congratulating the winners from last night. But the post was a Woodward Sports post.
I love that.
How cool, man. How cool.
Oh, wait. 9mm. I made a WSN Discord server, homie. How do I shoot you an invite on the link, fam, at Woodward Sports? Actually, Justin Slanik was really pushing a Discord for us.
Yeah, we should have one.
Well, we got one according to 9mm. And that's the thing.
We should be on Roku. It's a lot of stuff we should be on.
And that's the thing. We're still evolving. We're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
A little look behind the curtain. We just figured out we could monetize our Facebook.
Yeah.
And we're reaching 80 million people a month. 80 million from our Facebook page. So we're still figuring it out. But yeah, if you want to get involved in that Discord, shoot me an email, stick@woodwardsports.com, and we need to get that stuff rolling. I can't say it's going to be an immediate rollout because we got about 10 million things we got to get to. But that's the thing. When people were asking me early on about the growth of Woodward Sport, I told them it's not linear. Like, the Woodward Sports doesn't just go like this because it's such a, like, it's an amoeba. It just grows in all directions. It's a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit audio, a little bit visual, a little bit social media, a little bit online. And it just keeps, it's a blob that encompasses everything it touches. And we're coming for you, Legacy Media.
No doubt,
we're coming
baby.
for you.
No doubt about
That's
it.
a fact. We got a couple more sponsors to do. We just going to do a whole bunch of these in a row. Start with merch.
Merch, yeah. This is another way you can support Woodward Sports because these are our own unique designs. You got the Honolulu blueprint, you got the Roll Tide, you got the Dan Campbell kneecap speech. It's one thing. I wanted the whole speech on a t-shirt, so you know what we did? We put the whole speech on a t-shirt. That's the other thing. We got freedom here, boys. New Detroit shirt designs up now. Go to woodwardsports.com and click on shop.
And Caesar Sportsbook.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, why not? When you get your extra $1,000 in bets from Woodward Sportsbook, send it on over and buy some merch with it. You can sign up right now. QR code right above my head. Scan it. Woodward 1000. You get a bonus bet if your bet loses. So get that extra G in your pocket. Get it backed up from Caesar Sportsbook.
And I'm here to tell y'all about 1800
1800.
Tequila. 1800. Why didn't we have this last night, man? There was a smooth win last night. We should have enjoyed it with 1800 Tequila. But look, the official Tequila Woodward Sports Lions watch parties and the post-game show. Join 18 and Woodward Sports every single Lions game. This Sunday, we will be at Hayes Social in Shelby Township, and we bringing in the 1 seed and the North, baby, with smooth 1800 Tequila, proud sponsor of your and our Detroit Lions. It's the best taste in tequila, and please, y'all, drink responsibly. And while you're drinking responsibly, you're probably shopping for a new home. So Mark White and Associates, they got you covered, man. They will cover up to $5,000 of your closing costs. 5 racks, 5 bands, however you want to quantize it, they got it, man. Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. And all you got to do is call Mark White at 248-290-8242 or go to markwhitesales.com. We are back.
Hey, welcome back to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Last segment of the year, KG.
Crazy. I know.
What do you want? What does KG want to talk about?
A pay raise. I mean, no, but I mean, it's been just taking in this Lions. I mean, we always talk about this. The Lions are the gift that keeps giving, but just the fact that they are legitimate, a Super Bowl team. We said they were a Super Bowl team from the preseason, and they've pretty much held to that franchise record in wins. I mean, I can't say enough about the job they're doing. Also, the Pistons deserve love, too. I understand they're getting back to just being normal bad, but after the decade and then especially the last 3 years of Piston basketball we've had, it's so refreshing to have a team and a coach that cares and a GM that appears like he knows what he's doing up there. So shout out to the Pistons, man.
Wizard Kelly looking good too.
Hey, you know it, man. Fantasy basketball, I'm coming for that title, man.
Third place, baby, shooting up.
I know. I forgot to set my lineup.
I'm beginning to set my
yesterday,
lineup, KG. So I'm coming for all y'all next.
I don't want to hear that. Change your team name, man. Then we can talk.
Hey, Spenmo Rex is here.
Oh, Spenny's here.
Spenny's here.
Thank God.
Spenny
That's
must
my
have
cue
put
to
it
leave.
on last night. Spenny, did you just go hard as hell last night at second
Right.
best?
You
Is that
just
what led to you calling
You
off
just
this
left
morning?
Justin to die.
Oh, hold on. The mic's not on. We don't have a sound guy, Spenny.
Right, so you gotta get in
You
there.
gotta go turn on the Maz mic real quick. The Maz mic.
Couch 9.
Couch 9.
Couch 9. Yep.
There you go. Turn on that mic. Spenmo Rax, I just got a text from our old friend Jeff. He said you're tapping out on tonight, New Year's Eve, too. Are you that messed up?
Yeah.
Looking a bit peaked, brother.
You know, we're on Fox 2, so I can't explain everything that happened last night.
God.
Yeah, I met it was a tough night, dude.
It got
obviously
real.
went hard. We were doing Boilermakers at second best, and me and Nick ended up closing out second best.
Oh, God. I already know
And I
Nick be
went
trash.
to T Roma. Shout out T Roma, this bar, local centerline watering hole. And then I met up with a young lady.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I think she stole my vape.
Hey,
She
did
definitely
you
did.
give her
Par for
the
the
Jake
course?
Bates pose, Spinny? Did
Yeah,
you give her
I-
the Jake Bates?
Definitely gave her the Jake Bates
All
pose.
2 inches.
It was eventful. Like I said, Yeah, I found her earring in my car.
Oh wow.
Are vapes the new hoodie?
It was a good
Why you stealing my vape?
it was a medicated vape. I don't know what I can and can't say on Fox 2, but
That works.
it was a
That works.
Yeah,
know what
it
kind of
wasn't
vape
like a
it was.
breeze. It was actually like a $50 thing. I'm
Medicinal
kind
vape?
of upset
She
about.
jacked you for $50.
Yeah.
Well, $50.
I mean,
hopefully it was worth
Did
it.
you get your $50 worth?
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to Justin. I called Justin, and I was like, dude, can you TD? It was the most solemn phone call I've ever. I was like, Justin, can you TD Big D Energy? He was like, yes, I can. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I tuned in to Big D Energy this morning. The commercials, there's like a 4-second delay between every one.
It was
I'm
bad.
like, what is going on?
It was
And then
bad.
I hear young Justin in the booth. I'm like, where the hell is Spencer?
Hey,
Yeah, it was shout out
Business
second
decision.
best. It was a
Yeah.
good time.
No, it's great.
Lions
spot.
win.
Dude.
Yes, sir.
Well, how was the bar down there? Did it get busy?
Oh yeah, it was packed.
For an away game?
Yeah.
A Monday night away game.
Yeah, it was
Good.
packed. It was shoulder to shoulder in there, and the owner came out and he
Will.
was talking to the boys. Yeah,
Yeah, Will's the man.
That was very cool. So shout out to second best for having us. I'm probably not going to go out tonight because
Gotta recover.
Come on, man. You're young.
I know.
It's New Year's Eve.
He's not yet. He's getting toward 30.
I'm in my late mid 30s or late mid 20s. So
You got to go out, bro.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm in my
I'm going to go to the gym
mid-40s.
after work, and then
Day 2 of the 7 for 7, bro. You're on the path.
yeah, no, I can't do that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I got to go.
Was she a
it's all
goth
good.
chick? Rich Baldwin wants
She was
to know.
not a goth chick. No.
Okay.
She was a nice lady.
Shout out to her,
Never
man.
mad at the goth
Big
girls,
shout
bro.
out to her.
Love me
mad.
some goth girls for
Me
sure.
too, homie.
Taking the Jake Bates.
Yeah, can we? Well, that's one thing we haven't discussed in today. 2 hours without bringing up sexy Jake Bates.
Man,
That was
that's
the
a
best
crime.
thing from that game.
The cameraman and the producer did that dude so because kickers stretch every single game. To catch him in that position, doing the slow air hump like that, in that and honestly, it changed the momentum of the game.
It did.
Once everybody saw Jake Bates hump in air, Lions took off.
His 3 inches got us to come back, man.
Dude,
So, shout out, man.
I mean, you saw it intimidated the hell out of Jake Moody. He didn't know what to do after seeing another kicker do that. He was like, my goodness.
Maybe he should have humped the ball too, and maybe they would have come back.
They kind of immortalized him with that, no?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's
God,
a legend.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. He said it like people were asking about. He said his friends and family would he got in the locker room and his phone was just blown up with people already making fun of him and having fun with it. So it was great. It was a great. But my goodness, why cameraman and This is what's great about being in media is you know a little bit of what goes on behind the curtain. So there's a cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to find Jake Bates. He's got to find that shot. He's got to hold it. Then there's a producer back in the back studio
That's like, hey, hold that
who's
shot.
like, hey, yeah, camera 2,
right.
hold it there.
Stay
all
there.
right. TD, we're going to cut to 3 in 3, 2, 1. Yes, he's still humping air.
Yes,
Keep it on.
keep it.
10
Hold.
seconds.
Can we get another angle?
Hold. Okay, back to the game. That's what I love about that type of stuff is going deeper to know how much went into the production of finding that shot, choosing to use that shot,
And sticking with that shot.
on a national
Awesome.
broadcast.
Awesome.
This wasn't Fox 2 messing around locally.
Right, it's
This
Monday
was
Night Football.
This was
Like the
Monday
whole world
Night
watching.
football. Amazing.
Shout out to Jake Bates, man.
Great night last night. Kirby Joseph cemented. We should have talked about this a little bit. Cemented Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion. We'll find out if that happens. We'll talk about that maybe on Thursday.
9 picks and 12 passes defended.
Yep, we'll talk about that on Thursday. You guys have a happy New Year's. We're off tomorrow. We got some best of programming and some great clips. So make sure if you're bored with the family and need some Detroit football and Detroit hockey and Detroit basketball fix, you come to Woodward Sports. Happy New Year, guys. See you in 2025. Anson and I will be back on Thursday.
Here's Maz's nervous face.